Hello, friends, family members, because we're family now. It's actually day 22, of 30 of walking with the Spirit. Hello, beautiful people. If you're joining today on this pre-recorded message on the frequency to you, excuse me, I thank you for being here. I thank you for being a part of this lifestyle and life that we're all experiencing and living, that we're all giving, that we're all making sure that we can all still be alive today. This day is a blessing, or night, or midnight, or rising dawn, wherever you're listening and watching this message. It's your host with the most, who just give a little time, but says the most, or affects the most. Aether Zexul, and welcome to my small podcast or season of where I talk about topics that go through my mind. We're dealing with the spirit of walking with the Father, walking with the Lord. Have you been reading well? Is there something that you have yet to complete that you have been procrastinating on? Are you needing a relief for life? Calm down, saying well. Let's listen to the succulent ambient, or my voice, or both at the same time. Listen to topics to think about, whether I soothe, smooth embrace, and take away all the anxiety in the spirit in your life. Or maybe I can give you more ideas as I help you on your path, specifically, though walking your path with the Father as well. Join the team. Subscribe or don't, like or don't, or comment or don't. As long as you stay here, stay calm, you're always welcome to return back. But today we have a very, very, very special topic today. As for day number 22, we have a topic of what it means to crucify the flesh. What it means to crucify the flesh. As it says in the book, to crucify the flesh always and walk, bear your cross, because that's how you get closer to the Father. At least my interpretation. I believe in things of crucifying the flesh, which means don't act on impulses. Don't act on things that you know is really bad for your spirit. Try your hardest not to fall, because eventually we are falling, but it means to always keep going, to always stay path is walking closer with the Father, to always be a part of something with the Father, and always be in actions, whether it's anger, hate, joy, pain, suffering, or laughter. Is it a part of the Father will? We're all human and we all make mistakes. And a lot of us every day. Some of us sleep. Some of us are lazy. Some of us has lust addictions. Some of us has problems of anger and hate. Some of us are very mischievous. But it doesn't matter if you're incomplete at this moment. But it matters that you're giving your life to the Father every day. Or at the very least, always trying every day. Because when you try, you always get one step closer with walking with the Father, then a step further. When you procrastinate, you step back because you know you should be doing it. But guess what? It's okay because the Father still loves you. But what's not okay is neglecting. What's not okay is turning back against the Father. Even when things are going wrong, you have questions about death. You have questions about life. When things are not making sense to you, it's okay to have questions. But what's not okay is neglecting it all entirely. Just because it's not making for sense to you in this season doesn't mean the next season you won't have the answers you need. And even those answers might lead you to more questions. It's all about the adventure or journey. You're supposed to know said spirit, not know it all. It's always knowing your interpretations and what really works for your spirit and makes your spirit feel good. For different strokes, for different folks, but always follow the same season. It's always been like that. It has always been and always will. With or without you. And remember, this is only one part of the life. So don't get frustrated if you're at the end of the road and it seems you haven't done enough. At least do a little bit by little bit with the time you still do have, instead of thinking about the time that is spent not doing anything. Do the little things. Clean up. Probably support the homeless. Do charity work. Help your community. Be a part of something great. Or always affect the people around you. In that sense, I believe that's specifically what it means to crucify the flesh. To not act on selfishness, or not to give it all away, but to always be of the spirit. Sometimes things we see might not make sense, but will always be involved at the straight line at the end of the railroad. At least that's my interpretation and belief. Who knows? Maybe my interpretation is incorrect, but don't let that stop you from trying it out. Maybe it's not a part of being wrong. It's always a part of living the life God gave you and living it to the fullest of what in God's will, not away from the Father. When you do it without the Father, you're neglecting life entirely. So do it. Live life with the Father well, even if you feel bad. Even you have impulses that causes you. It's all okay. Because you will eventually, when you still accept the Father and keep praying and always trying your best, will always have a seat at the Father's table. And remember, my friends, there are always room for everybody. There are always room for everyone. I thank you, friends. I love you. God loves you. So, what are you going to decide as day 22 of walking with the Father?